Are we recording now or?
Yes, we are recording now, but I don't believe we are on. Hold on just a second. I'm still admitting some people in. I don't believe that we are on Facebook right now, and that's because I'm actually at the office, and Facebook is I can't. I don't have permission to be on Facebook here at the extension office.
Okay.
It doesn't look like we're going to be Facebook Live today, but I am recording.
Perfect. So hello everyone. As a brief introduction, I'm Parisa Asher, and I'm an executive director of STEMnate, just hoping to increase STEM opportunities to elementary and middle school students worldwide. And I'm so excited to start this collaboration with 4-H of this summer series, Train Your Brain, where every week we expose students to new STEM topics every week. And this week, our very own Netra is going to be presenting her topic. And if Netra, you want to just introduce what you'll be talking about today to the students. Oh, I think you're muted.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was muted. So as Parisa said, my name is Netra, and basically what I'm going to teach today is like pre-algebra topics such as what are variables, what are algebraic expressions, how to solve algebraic expressions, how to simplify them, and what are algebraic equations and how to solve those as well. So I'm going to share my screen. The host disabled attendee screen
sharing. Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead and Netra, let me change you to a co-host.
Okay.
All right, you should be a co-host now.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. It's this. Okay, this is the right one. I'll just make sure. Okay. So, welcome to learning pre-algebra skills. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to just interrupt me and ask. So basically, we're first going to do about the vocab. So in pre-algebra, there's 4 main vocab that you should know. And the first one is variable. Just a second. Okay, yeah. A variable is any letter that takes place of a number in an algebraic expression or equation. So for example, X, Y, A, B, C, D, any of a letter can be a variable. And basically what it stands for is a number. So in this example, it's 2x plus 12. So in the parentheses, you can see that x equals to 1. So this x is taking place of 1 here. And that's basically what a variable does. It just takes place of a number. So algebraic expression is an expression that has variables, a letter, numbers that are constants, and math operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So one example of that is this, 2x plus 12 when x equals 1. So in this example, we're trying to find out what this expression equals to when x is equal to 1. And an algebraic equation is an equation that has variable numbers and math operations. And one example is 2x plus 12 equals to 14. And the only difference between these two, like the major difference, is that the equation is it has an equal sign, and it's that this part, like 2x plus 12, equals to 14. So we're trying to find out what x is. While in the expression, we know what x is, and we're trying to find out if x is a certain number, such as 1 in this example, then what is the answer to it? So what does 2x plus 12 equal to, if that makes sense? And then a constant is a number in an algebraic expression or equation. That should be an R, not an F. So basically what that means is that in this example, the constant is 12 because that's a number that's just in the equation. Okay. So how do you solve algebraic expressions? Algebraic expressions are very easy. You just need to follow 2 steps. So the first step, and we're going to use 3x plus 14 when x equals to 4 as your example. So we need to know what x is and substitute it in your expression. So you can see right here that x equals to 4. So we know what x is. So instead of writing x here, we're going to put 4 as seen here. Okay. And then, since we know what x is, this is just a regular order of operations or a regular math problem. So then, we're first going to multiply 3 times 4, which equals to 12, and then add 14, and that equals to 26. So, when x equals to 4 in 3x plus 14, the answer of that problem is 26. Does everyone understand that? Okay. So another example is this one. So in this example, we know what x is. X is equal to 5. So we're going to take place. Instead of putting x there, we're going to do 4 parentheses 5, because x equals to 5, plus 16. So in this, now we just do order of operations, and we do 4 times 5 equals to 20 plus 16. So that equals to 36. And then does anyone want to be a volunteer to help me with this problem?
You can just say the answer out loud. Just plug in the variable, and then if anyone wants to say the answer.
Okay, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we have the variable of x equals 7, we plug that into the expression. So 9 times 7 is, 63, and 63 plus 22 is 85. And I see Avi put that in the chat, and so good job, Avi. That is the correct answer. And then now if everyone watching this wants to do the third problem of the expression.
This might be a little harder because they're bigger numbers, but just try it. And I can't see the chat, so if Parisa or anyone sees anyone writing in the chat, can you just let me know?
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sure.
I can't see the chat.
So just
so I tried to. Sorry, say it again.
Yes, Avi is correct. I was just doing the mental math in my head because 19 times 3 is 57, and 57 minus 3 is 54. So
correct.
Yes, Avi got that right. If you do that mentally, that's good.
Yeah, I was trying to think about it in my head too. So if everyone's good with this, then I will move on. So now, how do we solve algebraic equations? So again, algebraic equations, solving them is pretty easy. You just need to follow some steps. And in this one, we're going to use this example. 5x plus 16 equals to 66. So basically, what step 1 is that we have to isolate the variable. And what that means is that when you're isolating someone, you're keeping them alone. So in this example, you're trying to keep the variable alone. So the first thing we can do is we have this plus 16 right here. So to remove that, we have to do the opposite operation. So if it's addition here, then we'll subtract 16. And we'll do that to both sides. So minus 16 here, and that equals 0. So this will cancel out. And this will equal 66 minus 16 equals to 50. So as seen here, 5x equals to 50 is our equation after we subtract 16. So now what we have to do is solve for the variable. So what we do again is we do the opposite operation. So since this is 5x, you're multiplying 5 and x. So then you have to divide by 5 on both sides. So 5 divided by 5 equals to 1. So you can just cancel that out. And 50 divided by 5 equals to 10. So x equals to 10. And then the step number 3 is to check if that answer is correct. And how you do that is just plugging the x value that you got, which is 10, to the equation. So instead of x, we just plug in 10. So 5 multiplied by 10 plus 16 equals to 66. And if both sides equal to the same thing, then you know that you got the x value, your x value that you got is correct. Say that it doesn't equal to 66 on both sides, then you know that you made a mistake. So now we're going to try this example. So does anyone know what you should do first in this example? You can put it in the chat or you can just say it out loud.
Yeah, you can put like the answer for what x is equal to in the chat. So like we first said in step 1, isolate the variable. So in this case, you want to keep the constants 16 and 36 in the same side of the equation. So as you see, what Puri is doing is it's a minus 16 in the equation. So she's adding 16 to cancel the 16 out from the left side of the equation. So we will only have 6x on the left side. As a result, by adding 16, she's adding it also to the right side of the equation, right? Whatever you do in one side of the equation, you have to do it on the other side. So as a result, 6x will equal to 136 plus 16, which is 152. And so now we have to isolate x. So what do we do when we have a coefficient like 6 in front of the x? 6 times x equals 152. So some people are saying they don't know what to do in this case, which is totally all right. This is like a middle school type of thing. So you guys are way well in advance. So when we have something like 6x equals 152, right, we need to find the value of x just by itself. So in order to do that, we have to divide 6x by 6, because 6 divided by 6 is 1. So we'll only get 1x, and we'll only find the value of 1x. So we have to do it on both sides of the equation, 6x divided by 6, as well as 152 divided by 6, because that's on the other side. And I think Puri, she's writing a little bit too low. Sorry, I noticed it's a bit cut off. But
sorry.
Yeah, just write a little higher. But
Yeah.
152 divided by 6 is, what is it?
It's not a perfect number. I just realized that.
Okay, it's not a perfect number, so we're just going to leave it as a fraction. But in this case,
yeah.
x is equal to 152 over 6, right? So that is ultimately showing that you have to divide 152 by 6 when you have a coefficient like 6 in front of the variable, because we need to find the value of x. But in this case, we have 6x equals to 152. So we have to divide this 152 by 6, if that makes sense. And I'm glad I'm getting a thumbs up from the audience. So that's good. So for the second problem.
It's a little simpler, the second problem, compared to the first problem, because in the second problem, x is like a number, it's not a decimal or something. So the first thing we have to do is we have to isolate the variable. So basically what you do first is that since it's minus 10, we have to add 10 to both sides. There.
Because
so we do.
Like Puri mentioned earlier, we need to separate the variables, which in this case is x divided by 16, from the constant. So variable expressions, x over 16 is on one side of the equation, and the constants, 10, is on the other side. Because if you add 10 and cancel it out on one side of the equation, you have to add 10 on the other side of the equation. So now we get x over 16 equals 10. So if anyone in the chat box knows what to do in order to now find x, because right now we only have the value of x over 16, which is 10. But what about x itself? So Gurjap is correct. If everyone looks in the chat box, Gurjap said x equals to 160, which is exactly correct. Because we have the algebraic expression, x over 16 equals 10. So now, oh, Puri, it's cut off a little bit. Maybe try writing there. Yeah, I noticed it cuts it off a bit at the bottom. It's all right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when we have the expression x over 16 equals 10, we need to solve for x on its own. So as a result, we have to multiply 16 times x over 16. And Puri can show you why we multiply 16. Because when you do x times 16 over 16, you cancel out the 16s and you get 1. Maybe Puri, if you want to show like the actual multiplication of multiplying 16 on both sides so they can see like you cancel out.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do it right here. I feel like this will be enough space. Can everyone see this box that I'm creating?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. So as we saw here, right here, it's x divided by, and I'll do it like this as a fraction because some people might learn it this way, equals 10. So now, since you're dividing, it's a number divided by 16 equals to 10. So how do you figure out x? So basically, you multiply because the opposite operation of division is multiplication. So you multiply 16 times 10, 16 times 10. You would first do that, and then you would also do it on both sides. So you do 16. So x divided by 16 times 16 would cancel both of these out. That would leave x equals to 10 times 16, and that is 160. So whenever you have like a certain operation, you just do the opposite operation to both sides. So since this is division, you will multiply it on both sides.
Yes, Puri explained that perfectly. So whenever you see a variable, like in the first case, right, we saw 6x equals 152. That was multiplication because 6 was multiplied by x. So we had to use division of 6x divided by 6 in order to get x on its own. What we saw in problem number 2 was just the same thing except the opposite. We had an expression of x divided by 16. So we had to multiply it by 16 in order to get x on its own, if that makes sense.
Okay, so in the third example, does anyone want to try it out? Like, how about if you guys try it out and I'll give you like, it's 11:30 right now, so at 11:35, if anyone has the answer, you can put it in the chat or scream it out. And if no one has the answer by then, I'll start working it out.
Oh,
so
okay.
If anyone can, does anyone feel confident enough to try it out? If you don't, then I can just show you how to do it.
One person already put an answer in there, so 20.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
answer of 33.
Yes, you preached. Good job.
Perfect.
And good job, Camden and Prisha. You are exactly correct. The answer is 33, and this was a tricky problem, so good job.
Yeah, you had a lot of things that you had to figure out. So first, we isolate the variable by trying to take away the constant. So we took away the constant by adding 12 to both sides. So then you have 2 parentheses x minus 3 equals to 22.
X divided by 3. It's x divided by 3.
Oh, sorry, yeah, x divided by 3. My bad.
X divided by 3. So what Puri's saying is you first had to isolate the variable expressions. In this case, it was 2 times x over 3. That was the variable expression from the constants, which are numbers like 10 and 12. So as we see, it's minus 12 on the left side of the equation, but we need to bring it on the right side of the equation. So we add 12 to cancel that 12 we see on the left side equation, so it becomes 0. And on the right, we also have to add 12 because we have to add the same number on both sides of the equation. So exactly like what Prisha said, when we add 12, the answer is 10 plus 12 is 22. So as a result, then we get 2x over 3, 2 equals 22. As a result, we then are left with 2x over 3 equals 22. So we then do divided by 2, 2x over 3 equals 22 divided by 2, because we first need to get rid of the coefficient 2 in front of the x over 3 expression. As a result, we're then left with x over 3 equals 11. So similar then to what we saw in the second problem, x over 3 equals 11. So we have to multiply both sides of the equation by 3 in order to get the value of only x, which in this case is 33, because 11 times 3 is 33. So yes.
That's perfect, as Parisa explained. And I just wrote it out. So you first add 12 to both sides. Then you divide 2. I didn't write it on this side. But you divide 2 to both sides. Then you get x divided by 3 equals 11. So then you just multiply 3 to both sides. And that equals to 33. And whenever, say you're a little confused that, wait, is this the right answer? Am I doing something wrong? Then as step 3 said, you can just check your answer by putting in, instead of the x or any variable that you have, you just put the answer that you found. So say I want to check this. I'll just show you right over here. So say I have 2x and I want to just check if 33 is the right answer. So instead of x, I'm going to put 33 divided by 3 minus 12 equals to 10. So now I'm going to first do order of operations this side. So 2 times 11 minus 12. So that's 22 minus 12, which is equal to 10. And 10 is also on the right side of it. So then I know that since 10 equals to 10, that's a correct statement. So then I know that the answer is correct. So now I'm just going to move on. Okay, so how to simplify expressions and equations. So when you simplify something, you try to make it easy to read. Because like in this expression, let me make a straight line out of that. In this expression, this is a very big expression. And if you have two variables, you have x and you have y. So this is a very big equation. So to simplify it, you'll follow some steps. So the steps you'll follow are in this example, are in this page. So the first step you try to figure out is finding the like terms. And like terms, like terms are things that are similar. So for example, in this example, the like terms are 5x and negative 3x, because 5x and negative 3x have the same variable. And then 10 minus, in parentheses, 8 minus 8 divided by 2 are like terms because they're all numbers without any variables. And in this example, it shouldn't be 4x. It should be 4y. Sorry, I should have wrote that. So it's 4y plus y. And those two are the same, are like terms because they have the same variable. Does everyone understand that part of it? Because you can't say that 5x and 4y are like terms because they have two different variables. The variable in 5x is x, while in 4y it's y. That's the difference. So now, then you organize the expression with the like terms. So that'll be like 5x minus 3x plus 10 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 4y plus y. So then you have three sections. You have first the things that have x in them, then you have the constants, and then you have the things that have y in them. So now how to simplify this, you just do the necessary operations. So in this, you would first, 5x minus 3x equals to 2x. So you simplify that part of it. Then you just simplify the number part of it. That's 10 minus 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So 10 minus 4 equals to 6. So you simplify that. And then you just add 4y plus y, which equals to 5y. So you simplified all three sections of it. So in this example, you have 6x minus 9y plus 10 plus 20y minus 5x plus 100. That is a lot of different variables and a lot of numbers. So to simplify them, you first find the like terms. So the like terms, I'm going to circle the like terms in the same color. So 6x minus 5x are like terms. Then with blue is negative 9y plus 20y, because they have the same variable in them. And then the third one, which is green, is 10 plus 100. So as you can see, first you have the x's, the 2x. So it's 6x and negative 5x, because both of them have an x. Then in the second part, it's negative 9y and 20y. And both of these have y in them, as you can see right here. And in the third group is 10 plus 100, because both of them are constants. So now we organize them. So it's 6x minus 5x minus 9y plus 20y plus 10 plus 100. So now we first, I didn't write this as a step, but you can do this if you want to make it easier for yourself. You can cut it into parts like I did here. So this is the two x's. So then 6x minus 5x equals to x. And then negative 9 plus 20y equals to 11y. And then 10 plus 100 equals to 110. So does that part make sense? Okay, I'll move on because I don't think I heard any no's or questions. So now in this example, the like terms, and I'm going to label them again. So the x's will be green. So 5x and negative 4x. Then you have, for purple, you'll have z, so 7z plus 21z. And then for red, you'll have 5y plus 17y. So now first, you try to find the like term. So it's 5x and negative 4x, 7z and 21z, 5y and 17y. So now, you organize it in an expression, as done here. So you do 5x minus 4x plus 7z plus 21z plus 5y plus 17y. So now just break it apart, and then you do 5x minus 4x equals to x, 7z plus 21z equals to 28z, and then 5y plus 17y equals to 22. So that is the simplified version. So does anyone have any questions about that? Parisa, has anyone put anything in the chat that I can't see?
No, no one has questions.
Okay, good. So now since no one had any questions, we can start playing these games.
Oh, quizzes. This is fun. Okay. So,
Is there a question?
no.
Oh,
I'm just thinking, okay, enter the link and then keep sharing your screen.
yeah.
But also, should we put it in the chat box? Yes.
Sure, I'll put it in the chat.
Just put it in the chat, then put it on your browser, and then share the screen of your browser, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I put the link in the chat.
So Nethra put the link in the chat box. So if everyone could please just click on the link in the chat box. It's not a Kahoot this time. It's quizzes, like the last one as well. So basically, I think Puri. So let's do what we did last time, where you like share.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just do it, and then anyone who knows the answer can just scream it out in the. They can just scream it or put it in the chat.
Oh, so then they probably shouldn't click the link then.
Yeah, then don't click the link, guys, because I'll just share it, and then everyone can just see it by that.
Take back.
So,
okay, so in the chat box, maybe if we want to just don't click on the link in the chat box.
Yeah.
Perfect. And what we're gonna do is just that Puri will go through each question slide by slide, and then whoever gets it can answer it out loud, and then I can also keep a point system so that we can make it fun.
Yeah. And then if anyone doesn't get it, then we can like explain why it's a certain answer. So we're just gonna play this. And there's no timer.
So if you know the answer, just say it in the chat.
Okay, so 12p equals to 36. What is p?
Yes, what is the value of p? Okay, good job. He answered that the fastest, so he gets 10 points. Yes, the answer is 3. And then...
And why that answer is 3 is that if you look, 12p equals to 36. So then you have to divide 12 by each side, and now 36 divided by 12 equals to 3.
Well, I think that they're already on the next question, so...
I'll explain it before I click on it.
Yeah,
next time.
5p equals, so Gurjab got that right first, because this is like a time setting, so like, as you understood from the last problem, you just divide both sides by 5, and so 30 divided by 5 is 6, so p equals 6. So good job, Gurjab. You answered that first, so you get another 10 points. So I think they know.
Okay, this is a little different. So f minus 8 equals 2.
Good job, Avi. He got the correct answer. The answer is 10. You could do it 2 ways. You can add 8 to both sides of the equation, right, to cancel out 8 on the left side, and you get f equals 10. Or you already know 10 minus 8 equals 2, but yes. So good job, Avi. You got that right, and everyone else got that right in the chat box too. But since Avi was the quickest, he gets the points.
Okay, so I'll click on this. Good job, guys. And then just move on. Okay, r divided by 4 equals 6.
I think okay.
Yeah, I'll
the answer, but good job, Gurjap, for answering it first. Everyone got it right except for a few people. The answer isn't 16. The answer is 4, right? Because when it's r divided by 4 equals 6, we have r divided by 4, but we just need the value of r. So r divided by 4 multiplied by 4 equals r. So we have to multiply 4 on both sides of the equation. So r divided by 4 times 4, which is just r, and then 6 times 4 equals 24. So r equals 24.
And if you want to think about it, like if someone doesn't know how to do like the equation, like how to solve the equation, if you want to think about it like this. So when you do 8 divided by 4, it equals 2. So that can't be the right answer. 10 divided by 4 isn't like a number. It's going to be a decimal point. It's going to be a decimal. So that can't be the answer. Then if you do 24 divided by 4, you get 6. So that is the right answer. If you want to think about that in like a different standpoint. But good job to the people who did get it. Okay. So B plus 12 equals 26. Okay, I think Gurjab got it first.
Yeah, Gurjab got it first.
Yeah.
Good job. Gurjab's like on a lightning speed. Yes.
Yeah.
You can do it both ways. You already know 14 plus 12 equals 26, but to be more formal with our lesson, just subtract 12 on both sides of the equation so that we can only get variable b on the left side and the constant numbers on the right. So 26 minus 12 is 14, which is b.
Good job. And now for the next one. Okay, P minus 15 equals 20.
Yes, good job. Got that correct. That was
Good job.
I see mainly a lot of people saying 35, which is the correct answer, but I've also seen a few different answers. Just to clarify, the answer has to be 35 because you need to add 15 on both sides of the equation because there's a minus sign before the 15. There's not a plus sign. So when there's a minus sign, you have to do the opposite. Just like even if there was a plus sign, you do an opposite. So minus 15 plus 15 equals 0. As a result, since we added 15 on the left side of the equation, then we have to add 15 to 20 on the right side. So P equals 35. So I think good job got that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to add another 10 points. So good job, everyone.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Do I just stop it or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
We were on question.
Okay, yeah. We were on question 7.
U plus equals 15, okay?
Okay. Good job, G, Vichwar, Avi, Camden. Good job, guys.
That was really quick.
Yeah.
But Gurjab got the answer first, but everyone put that in like lightning speed. So that was good.
So 3 plus 12 does in fact equal to 50.
Or if you want to do it normally, 15 minus 12 or 12,
Okay, so then the next question. So y divided by 6 equals to 5.
Yes.
Okay, I see the right answers.
30, yes. Everyone got the right answer, which is really good. But Gurjap was first, so he gets the points. But yes, 30 divided by 6 is 5. This is this is a lot like mental math too, but if you were to do it, multiply it by 6 on both sides of the equation.
When you get more difficult with like different numbers and lots of constants, then you should do it like how I taught you. But if it's just simple like this, then you can just do mental math. You can just do it.
So everyone has gotten the right answer as of now, which is good. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So, or to be more formal, you have to multiply 7 on both sides of the equation because you have r divided by 7. So r divided by 7 times 7 is just r, and 3 times 7 is 21. So r equals 21. But if you're good with mental math, you already know, oh, 21 divided by 7 is 3.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
And remember, if you answered the fastest, you get the points. Just
okay. Oh, that erased one option. So E minus 12 equals to 15. Okay, I see 2 right answers.
Good job, Jeev.
Okay.
So the answer is 27. The answer isn't 12 because listen, you have to add 12 on both sides of the equation, right? Because you have a minus 12, not a plus 12, but a minus 12 on the left side of the equation. So minus 12 plus 12 is 0. So we'll only end with variable e on the left side of the equation. But since we added 12 on the left side of the equation, we have to add 12 on the right side of the equation. So 15 plus 12 equals 27. So E equals 15 plus 12, which is 27.
Okay. Okay, so 11p equals 99.
Good job, Camden. You got
Good job.
Oh, and G and good job. You guys all got the right answer.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
but in this case, 11 P equals 9 as what Camden, G, and Gurjab said, because there's a coefficient. It's 11 times P. Since it's being multiplied with P, our variable, we need to now divide it, right? Use the opposite operation. So 11P divided by 11 just ends up with being P, which is what we want. And 99 divided by 11 is 9. So yes, the answer is P equals 9.
Good job, guys. Okay, we have one more question. Let's see who gets it first.
Good job. Wait. Good job.
Okay. Okay, so good job got the right answer.
First, yes.
Yeah.
I saw maybe there was a calculation error.
Yeah, I think it was calculation.
But for a few other people who did not say 8, the reason why it's 8 is because if you see plus 5, right, on the left side of the equation. So you have to do the opposite. So since we see addition, we have to do subtraction. So C plus 5 minus 5 equals just C, right? Because 5 minus 5 is 0. And we only want the value of C. So C plus 5 minus 5 is C. But since we subtracted 5 on the left side of the equation, we have to subtract 5 on the right side of the equation. So 13 minus 5 is 8. So C equals 8.
Good job, guys.
So we can just the power up. We don't really need it. So I don't know.
Come on. I'll just end it because I'll just end it.
So from the score, Gurjab was the first place winner with 100 points. So good job, Gurjab. Avi and Camden were both tied for second place. So good job, Avi and Camden. You both had 10 points, but you guys mainly got the right answer. I think every single time you got the right answer. So that's important. Speed, but also you basically getting the right answer shows that you know the subject. So that was good.
So I think we have time for one more. So this is simplifying algebraic expressions. So it's a different subject. So I'll just put it in here. No timer.
Another game, guys. So everyone's it's just simplifying algebraic expressions. And type your answer in the chat box.
And again, whoever, I don't know, because I didn't teach this, but if anyone knows it, let's see if anyone knows it.
So you have to write the proper expression given by the statement above. So the statement above, and just say option 1, 2, 3, or 4.
3 or 4. Okay.
Yes, so Gurjab is correct. The answer is 2x plus 8. Guys, we're not solving for the variable here. So I know a few people are writing 3, but we're not solving for the variable. In this case, we're just writing.
Wait, I'm just doing the number, Parisa.
Oh, wait.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Because number 3 is that.
Sorry, guys. Okay, never mind. I realized, Yeah, the expression is 2x plus 8, but it's option 3. I'll look into that. But yes, so good job, Jeev and Avi. Basically, the expression matches what the statements say. And we can go a little faster too, sorry.
Yeah. So I'll just click yes. Then. Okay. So simplify this expression. 3x plus 2x. Okay.
Good job, good job.
Our dog got the right answer.
Answer is 5x. I know it's almost 12. So yes, because 3 plus 2 are like terms, so you'll get 5x.
Okay. Okay. Which number is the coefficient? So the coefficient is the number which is near the variable.
Coefficient is the number being multiplied with the variable, in this case, which is f squared. So everyone is correct. Good job, and Jeev, and now Avi. The answer is 6 because that is being multiplied by the variable. So it's the coefficient.
So now 3x minus 5x.
Oh, this is like
This is a little tricky if you think of it. Okay.
so good
Someone
job.
put 3. Good job. Good job.
And Camden,
So
and which one are they?
3x minus 5x equals to negative 2x. So good job.
And remember, whoever answers first gets the points. So
Okay.
if you know.
This is a little more tricky. 5a plus 2b minus 3a plus 4.
So yes, good job is correct. It is option 4 because you have to do it with like terms. I know some people were confused what to do earlier, but we have to only add and subtract like terms and variables. So a is similar. So 5a minus 3a is 2a. So now we're left with 2a plus 2b plus 4, which is option 4. So good job, good job. You got that point. But everyone else got that point too. So we got the correct answer, not the point, but yes. And if you know the answer, just put it as quickly as possible. So you might get it first. You never know.
Okay. So now evaluate this expression. So basically what this means is you have to solve this expression. So let a equal 4. So you have to plug in 4 for wherever you find a. 40.
So good job, Jeev, and good job. I noticed that was really quick. Both of you answered that quickly, but good job got the point because he answered it first. But the answer is 40 because 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 28 is 48, right? Because 7 times 4 is 48. And 48 minus 8 is 40. So good job, everyone. And good job. I don't know the exact, I'm just saying the username. Can we skip the power up or no, we have to do it?
I've tried. It's like just included in the.
It will just come, okay?
Come on, just pick. Oh my.
This is why the power ups don't help. Okay, simplify.
Okay. So in this, I don't know if you guys know, but in this example, you have to use the distributive property. So I don't know how many people know what that is. So let's see.
Think of it as like there's a coefficient in front of the expression itself. So good job got this correct because there's -5 is right in front of the expression. So the distributive property, for those of you still in elementary school, you may have not heard of it yet, is when you distribute the number in front of an expression like -5 to each term inside the expression, which is x plus 4. So -5 times x is -5x, and -5 times +4 is -20. So your answer is -5x minus 20.
So it is correct. So it's -5x minus 20. Okay. So now we have to write this this expression. So 5 less than the product of 7 and s. Let's see.
So a few of you actually read the problem carefully. Good job, good job. You corrected yourself, and because 5 less than the product of 7 and s is 7s minus 5. Whenever you see the term less than, it's after your initial product or initial term. So 5 less than means just 7s minus 5. It's like saying 5 less than 8 is 3 because you do 8 minus 5 is 3. So in this case, 5 less than the product of 7 and s is 7s minus 5.
So the right answer is 7s minus 5. So let's continue. Continue. Okay, what is the constant? So let's see. Okay, I think Avi got it first.
Yes, Avi got it first.
Yeah, I think Avi got it first.
So good job.
So it is 2, because the constant is a number which is not the coefficient. So the coefficient is 5 because it's next to the variable. And 2 is just a number that's outside that term. So it is 2. Good job to whoever got it right. So now, how many terms are in this expression? So what that means is how many different like sections they are there, if that makes sense.
Good job, good job. You are correct because the first option is 6. There are 6 different terms, and I want to clarify this to everyone, just so that you know. A variable like 3x or a constant like 7 in this expression are considered as a term. So term is just a broad classification of all the different like subcategories you see in here, either variables or constants. So there are 6 terms in this expression. So good job, good job. And everyone else
counted them. Come on.
Yeah, power up.
Certainly. Okay. I think whenever that happens, then it works again. Okay, yeah. So simplify this expression, yes. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I don't see the right answer yet.
I don't see the right answer yet. Read the question carefully, guys.
And see it carefully. Okay.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Good job, Bitswar. Bitswar, I don't know your username or real name. I'm just saying your username, so I apologize. But Bitswar is correct. The answer is the 4th option, A minus 18, because when you have like signs, like in this case, -8 and -10, they both are negatives, so they're like signs, they're similar. You have to add them together in a way. So -8 minus 10 is -18, right? Because you're subtracting 10 from a negative number already. Like, let's just say you have 8 plus 10. They're both positive, so you get 18. This is the same exact scenario, except now they're both negative. So you're only adding them, but in a negative sense. So -8 minus 10 is -18. So good job, guys. And Bitswar for getting that right.
Nice job. Okay, evaluate this expression and let C equal to 3 and D equal to 2.
So good job, good job. I see the correct answer. The answer is, and now Jeev, the answer is 23 because 3 times 3 is 9 and 7 times 2 is 14. So you have to first plug in your variables. Once you have that, 9 plus 14 is 23. So you are correct. Yes.
So now let's just, come on. Oh, finally it's solved.
Oh, okay. Due to the network error.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're going to simplify this expression.
And remember the hint I said earlier. We have like signs in this case. So what do you do when there are like signs? So good job is correct. The answer is -11R because they're like signs. So when you see like signs, you have to add them together despite their, subtraction or addition. In this case, they're both negative numbers. So -R and then -10R is -11R. Think about you're only going to the left of the number line. So you have to add them together in a way. Yes.
So it's -11R, sorry, not -R. So x plus 2x.
So good job, good job. The answer is 3x because they're like terms and 1 plus 2 is 3, the coefficients you could just add. So whenever you see like terms with variables, add the coefficients. So like 1 is the coefficient of x and 2 is the coefficient of the other term. So 1 plus 2 is 3 and that's just 3x. So good job, and Jeep. And just remember, if you answer first, you get the points. I'm seeing a lot of people saying the right answer, but not super quickly.
Okay, so identify the variable in this expression below.
Yes, you didn't have to solve the expression, really. You just had to answer. So good job, Camden, Jeev, and good job for getting it first. The answer is W, because remember what we said a variable is? the variable is the letter in the equation. So like when you see X, Y, or in this case, W, that's the variable. So yes, good job, Prisha, too. I see you put the right answer. So the answer is W.
Good job. So guys, 3 more questions. So how many terms are in this expression below? Okay.
Good job, Avi, for getting the right answer. There are there are
1,
2 terms
2.
and the expression below. So yes, even though they're not the same variable, they're still each a different term. So they're 2 terms.
Okay. 8 plus the triple number of shirts. So let's see if anyone gets this.
So good job, and Camden for getting it correct. You have the number 8, and then it says plus, so you have to put an addition sign with triple the number of shirts. So whenever you see triple the number of shirts, you already know, okay, it's 3 times the variable. So as a result, the coefficient is 3, right? So 8 plus 3s. So good job. I think good job got that, so yes.
So it's 8 plus 3s. So now this. Okay, so in this one, this is kind of hard. So if no one understands it, then I'll make it simpler for you guys.
Well, but let's see if anyone knows how to do multiplication for this. And then I can help solve it for you guys if you don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I know what the right answer is. I don't see the right answer.
Oh.
Okay, I'll give about 1 more minute.
Oh, I see.
You see the right answer?
Yeah, I see the right answer.
Oh, okay.
I just did it. So it's not 4, but good. It's.
Think about it like
Good
this.
job. Okay, well, okay. I'll actually. Jeeve kind of went through the whole thing, but Avi said one definite answer. So he is correct. The answer is 1 minus 130p plus 72. The reason why is because you first have to multiply 9 and 14, which may have been hard for a few of you guys, but 9 times 14 is 126, but there's a negative sign in front of 9, so it's negative 126p. And then 9 times 8 is 72, and there's a negative sign in both 9 and 8. And a negative times negative number is always positive. So negative 9 times negative 8 is positive 72. So as a result, we are now left with minus 130p plus 72.
Okay, I think that's the end.
No.
So we got all of them right.
So, but the first place winner again is good job. So good job, good job. What 140 points. Our second place winner is Avi with 30 points. Good job. And our third place winner is Vidswar with 10 points. So good job, everyone. I know that as long as everyone got the right answer, that's what counts, because it shows that you guys kind of understood the material. But when you get better and better with algebraic expressions, like you saw in the first game, you can just do quick mental math with it. This is just showing formally, though, how you would get the answer in essence by isolating the variable. And then you can, this is very important as foundations and fundamentals for like algebra in middle school and late middle school and early high school. Where you'll be knowing, where you'll need to know how to add like variables, separating variables to find the right value for the variable and all of that, especially nether, right variables. But and I'm seeing a few sad faces in the comment section. Don't be discouraged, especially Prisha. You did get a lot of right answers, and you're only in 4th grade, and this is middle school type of thing. So think
Yeah,
of it, you're already ahead of the curve. Like you're already kind of, so when you're in middle school, you already know what to do. Like I remember that. So yes.
Yeah. I think I learned it in middle school. Or like in 5th grade.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
really remember.
algebra, and then we got more into that. But
Yeah. So this is basically for like more like advanced problems, like say you go into algebra 2 or something that I did this year. So when you get into that, you'll have to learn the basic skills as like how to solve algebraic equations, how to simplify them, because when you go into more difficult math in high school, you're going to get more problems that are more difficult, and you need to know the simple things to do those bigger and more difficult problems. So you have to know the foundation to do the difficult problems.
so I think that probably wraps up our session today. So
Yeah.
I wanted to say just thank you to Nethra for doing this, because we typically have a lot of science-based sessions, like if you look through our previous sessions on our website, thesteminate.com, we have like human anatomy, and we just did it last week on genetics. But I like how Nethra incorporates math, because math is a part of STEM, and that's very important. So thank you, Nethra, for hosting this. And then thank you for everyone attending. I saw a lot of familiar faces again. And I like it's such a fun experience seeing you guys all again. And I guess that since this wraps up the session, I think Nethra has to go at 12. But
yeah, I didn't get an email. So yes.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
this wraps up the session today. So if you're interested, please feel free to attend our next session next Thursday at 11 o'clock, same Zoom link. And just as a fun snippet, the next session will be something space related. So I know kind of similar to what we had previously when hosted by Cody. He's such a space enthusiast. So there's so much to explore in STEM and space. So I feel like you guys will all learn something new from it as well. So I encourage you guys to check out our session next week. And then Ms. Kendra, if you want to explain any additional 4-H sessions occurring today that they can attend?
I think that is the end of, that's it for today that we have. But next Wednesday, we will be doing a session on weather. So if you want to join in our 4-H sessions that we have on weather. So we had one yesterday on spices. That was pretty interesting.
Yes, 4-H.
I was there.
Oh, great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You showed us your spice. What was that again that you showed us? Yes, the marsala. Yeah.
Oh, Indian masala again. 4-H.
There's so many in my pantry.
In my pantry too, there's a lot of different spices, masala, yes. But as a quick note, 4-H has a lot of interesting classes. We're just one program, Train Your Brain. We're just one program of Train Your Brain with Steminate. But if you go on their YouTube channel, 4-H or extension Henrico Extension 4-H Office, you can see all the recorded lectures of Steminate's Train Your Brain program from previous weeks, as well as their additional classes, which are really fun. And yeah, I encourage you to go follow them on Facebook to see any of their additional classes as well. But yes, I think that wraps up the session today. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. So bye, everyone.
Bye.